Hey everybody! Well, I can't refuse an offer like that! So that's what happens when you miss out the L. Splatoon, one of Nintendo's most successful IPs. There's nowhere these Inklings haven't been. 2 games, 15 amiibos, Smash Bros Fighters, officially endorsed Playboy promotions, and the most exciting, amiibo functionality in Hey Pikmin. Yes! And with the rumoured end of support of Splatfest and new maps, it's pretty certain Nintendo are already working on a 3rd installment to the series. So I decided to make a video on what I would include in the 3rd game. First, let's get this out of the way. It's pretty obvious we'll be getting new weapons in the next game, and here's a few ideas I thought up. 1, or 2 really, are new NZAPs based on the Nintendo Super Scope and the Wii's crossbow adapter. Speaking of Nintendo weapons, Nintendo made a toy gun before the NES called the Shot Racer, which looks so cool, and I think it's a perfect concept for a new weapon in Splatoon. How about a new weapon class? I asked a few people what they would add, and one of them said a stamp would be cool. I figured it would work similar to a roller, where it slaps down on top of opponents, but only when jumping. When walking or standing, I think it would work like a short-range blaster. Other concepts for weapons I had were different kinds of paintbrushes, based on different brush tools, as well as double bottles of paint. On top of new weapons, I thought of a few new sub-weapon ideas. One of them is called the Inverse Field. It functions similar to the point sensor from Splatoon 2, where it makes a field. Inside this field, any enemy ink becomes your own coloured ink. It would only last around 3 to 5 seconds, but would be pretty useful if used right. Another unique sub-idea is refill bombs. Essentially, this bomb will be similar to burst bombs from Splatoon 2, but instead of damaging foes or dropping large puddles of ink, it refills your team's ink tank a bit. An added bonus is it could decrease enemy ink if it's hit by it. It can also have a special which gives you a flurry of bombs to help out with your team. What's a Splatoon game without the modes? Obviously Turf War will stay, as it's the primary mode of the series. Salmon Run should also make a return, as well as a new, similar mode. Nothing crazy, but an idea I had was a new Grisgo mode, where you'd wear a suit and go underwater and try to destroy salmonoid spawns before they reach the surface. You'll have a time limit, which destroying spawns add more time to, as you essentially keep going as a team until you run out of time. You will still have a quota, which will be different depending on your team's power level. Alternatively, another idea me and a friend came up with was having rival companies to work for, all of which are owned by Grisgo. It adds a competitive Salmon Run mode. You and a partner are in one team, while another 2 come in as your rivals. The team which performs the best gets a higher bonus. Of course, classic Salmon Run will still be available for those who want to play. But what about League mode, you ask? Well, for that, I'm thinking they'll add 2 new modes. Keep Rainmaker, Splat Zones, and even Tower Control. Originally, I intended to skip putting Clan Blitz in here, as I thought nobody liked it. Surprisingly, it has its fans, but with 6 ranked modes, it might get a bit hectic having to wait 12 hours just for one mode to be in rotation, and then you realise it's on Camp Triggerfish and Kelp Dome. That's why I came up with 2 ranked modes available at a time. You then have a bit of choice in what you want to do, and not have to wait hours on end for a rotation. I think for new modes, the 8-ball from the Octo expansion has the potential to be incorporated into a ranked mode. However, I feel it might be too similar to Tower Control, as both would require you to get an object into the enemy's base. However, speaking of the Octo expansion, I think for the story mode, it should be done similar to Sonic Adventure 2, where you have 2 sides of one big story, which comes together in the final act. The most likely event, the Squids will be the heroes, while the Octos are the anti-heroes. Maybe your Octoling has been brainwashed, and your goal is to defeat hordes of Inkling fighters, while the Inklings gameplay will be similar to the past 2 games. I also think that being able to play the story mode with couch co-op would be amazing. When you beat the complete story, the Octoling should be unlocked for the online matches. What? You gotta have some incentive to beat the story. A completely original idea I had for the game would be tank stickers. These essentially are just little rewards, little stickers you can stick on your ink tank. They don't increase any of your stats, but you unlock them for completing certain challenges in the game. For example, doing 100 turf wars would get you a sticker. Getting to rank X would get you a sticker. Participating in Splatfest would also get you a sticker. Just an idea, but I thought it would be fun to have achievements. Completing them will also give you a small pile of cash, or a small pile of ability chunks, depending on the difficulty of the challenge. But hey, these are just my opinions. Let me know what you would choose in the comments down below in the next Splatoon game. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell down below so you get notifications on all my videos. Catch you guys next week.